They had come in the early morning when mist strangled the oak trees and the dawn was no more than a patchwork of yellow and green on ivy-stretched branches. And I had been sitting in the remainder of moonlight, sitting where the lady had danced in her red slippers, listened to Carolan's blind harping from his place in the land of the ever-young. And I had been speaking in tongues to my children, a language of tall grasses and ravens who brandished their nightmares in words of crow and magpie. And my children had lain flat on the earth in the burgeoning sunlight, eating my words as if each one was honey and sweet clover. They had come in the early morning, their laughter a scythe to my comfort, their speech a dagger in my ear, the smell of them leaving a grey mark in the dawning, smell of dead foxes, of fire and burning, the cooking of dead things, the consummation of savagery that left us trembling with damage. They had come with their guns and their dead god, making a mockery of my lady of the constant well, throwing their sick children into her waters, culling her prayers, replacing them with dogma and fences, leaving her sisters crucified on the splintered lathe of time, her brothers tumbling from out of the unfurling bracken, from out of the rings of stone, the gore-streaming menhirs and circles of completion that acknowledged our wisdom, using our words of ferns and green nettles, translating our songs and our singing, turning them into star song for the pleasure of our brethren and fathers. And now I sit among the red grasses, the spectre of sorrow hovering in the mist-bearded daylight, remembering the sound of my sons as they ran, leaping in springtime, their ears as flags in the rich-growing corn, my daughters, dainty as foxgloves, laughing as they turned fleeting eyes to the sea, summer's blonde curtain covering our loss. And those of you who either listened to some of my work before will know that I have this kind of abiding love. The place that I love more than any other in the whole world is Selham Cove, and I quite happily sit there, mouth open, dribbling for the rest of my life. I'm very happy to do that, summer and winter. And I was there a little while back during the winter, and I saw this, and this is what happened. It's called Boxer Rebellion. This afternoon the beach bristles with weekend folk making a holiday of scant December warmth for an hour or so. Mist, soft serpent coils across the water, dulling surf's rushing whisper as it scrambles to shore, and sky and sand both hold the sharded memory of sunlight, thin and fragile as glass. A woman walks two boxer pups onto the strand. They pull and drag on the leash, straining to confront a growling, muscular sea, windswept and impatient to be off. Wait, she burrs, voice taut with love and pride. Wait, my lovely. Wait, my handsome. Wait. 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 They wait. Legs splayed into the sand, noses pebble-dashed with the tiny grains of beach flotsam, tail stubs are ticking like manic clockwork fingers, rumps quivering with anticipation. They wait, panting and coiled with excitement. They wait, 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 until, unleashed at last, two canine arrows darting to the water's edge, tongues flagging the air, legs pistoning paw for paw at equal gait, wheeling and swerving in tandem as if remote controlled from afar, tumbling into the surf together, punching foam and spume with eager paws. But that wintry sea had long forgotten warmth, covering their muzzles with glacial kisses that had them yelping in icicle surprise, slipping and lurching away from such arctic love, breath frozen in instant shock, the water's raw edge halting even their adolescent zeal, abrogating freedom, so that they bounce back, tail between their legs, back to their mistress, all chase refrigerated out of them, knocked out in round one by the prize-fighting ocean. Some boxers they turned out to be. I'm going to read you two poems from this book. Some of you may know this. I lived for a while, a couple of years back. I lived in the Gaza Strip, and I met some extraordinary and wonderful Palestinians, not all of whom are still alive. But one of the people I met there, I lived with a family for a while, and I